Hello there. Firstly, I just want to say thanks very much for asking me to send this self-tape to you and giving me the opportunity. And secondly, you need to forgive my windswept and interesting look, but I've just come in from looking after my mum and my dad. As you know, I sent you a video of us before. My dad's 90 and my mum's 86, so I look after them every day. But when I saw your message, I raced upstairs to do this self-tape for you. So I didn't think you'd be interested in me glamorising myself when it's just my voice that you wanted to hear and maybe just a little bit about me. So as you can hear, I'm from Consett, County Durham. I live in Berwick upon Tweed now. It stole my heart. Northumberland stole my heart 22 years ago. My mum and dad retired here 39 years ago. And I eventually moved back up here to be closer to them, ready to look after them when the time came. What have I done? So my career began when I was 19. I worked for Elite Premier. That took me to London. I lived in New York, lived in Hong Kong, Tokyo, Osaka. So I was a model for quite some time. And that was runway, commercial. Yes, it was a very interesting world. Did I learn much from it? I learned how to sell myself, and I learned how to get rejection and how to handle that too. After that, I moved to Manchester, where I set up my own property management company, but it was more of a tailor-made service. So if you were interested in a certain type of property, then I would go out and find that for you. I would do the traipsing around all the agents and property management companies, and I would present you, and then I would show it and hope that I would get a sale there. So I guess I've always been in sales, pretty much. After that, I worked for a company called Bourne Leisure. Bourne Leisure have big holiday parks, they own Butlins, Warners. I entered into that field in sales, selling caravans and lodges. And then I worked in the complex and became an assistant complex manager, running the entertainment there, putting on shows every night, looking after the restaurant, the bars, etc. And then I went back into sales again on a much higher level at Haggerston Castle. For the bar had risen and the park became a 5-star park, so I was selling lodges, expensive lodges, and I suppose that I would have to tell you that was probably the greatest acting job I've ever had, because of the amount of social styles that I came across. Everybody, all of my appointments every day were different types of people, so I had to adapt, I had to change, I had to be versatile, flexible, and my character, and put on a show pretty much every day. So when if you're asking me about what my acting career has been, no, I haven't had much acting behind a camera. I've taken a couple of courses in supporting artist, being a supporting artist, and lately I've done a series called Intergalactic that was being shot in Manchester, and I've done Gentleman Jack. Years ago when I was doing modelling, I came back and I stayed in Glasgow. I did Take the High Road. That'll bring back some memories for you all. Taggart. I had a couple of lines in Taggart. So yeah, I'm not frightened of speaking to people. I'm not frightened of becoming a different character. In fact, that's what I love most of all, is becoming somebody else and throwing myself into that person or that role. And I would like the opportunity to do that in my future, which is why I'm trying to get back into this field or better myself in this field. So an opportunity like this would be great for me. Now, what else would you like to know? What do I want for my future? Well, my husband has his own company. He has a holiday park up in Ayrshire, and a consultancy business. I have a house that I live in, a guest house, which of course I've lost all my bookings for this year, but hopefully, you know, when things get back to normal living again, everything will be okay. We have a beautiful restaurant that we turned into an African hunting lodge, because we go to Africa every year. And we just tour around and we seek out places and go to a lot of townships to try and help children and poor families. They really have run their fingers through our soul, so we go back every year Last year was the first year that we've missed for one reason or another, mainly of course because my dad's 90, and it's very difficult for me to pull myself away from them at the moment, because there's always that fear that I'm not going to be there when they need me. I have a son, 15 years old. My husband from a previous marriage has 3 children, 11-year-old, 20-year-old and 25-year-old. My son's 15. He's everything and more I live and breathe for. He's dying to get into modelling. He's beautiful. He's charismatic. He's funny. And gosh, I hope I've not missed anything out. Why should you pick me? Just, I guess, take a chance, you know. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I take instruction really well. I'm fun to work with. I can be anything you want me to be, pretty much. So yeah, just pick me. And thanks again for listening to my self-tape. Okay, see you. Bye.